What's going on, guys? My name is Jack, and this is the Appalachian Farmhand channel. I'm here in my family's 100-acre property tucked deep in the Appalachian Mountains of Virginia. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us. If this isn't your first time here, welcome back. That being said, I just want to go ahead and apologize for any potential wind noise that's coming through. This is my first time really testing out this microphone to see if it actually cancels out this wind noise. I'm hoping that it does, fingers crossed. But I don't want to waste much time, so let's go ahead and roll the intro, and I'll meet you right back here after that. All right, guys, again, welcome back. If I can, there was a deer that just ran through the field and about scared the crap out of me. I'm gonna try to throw that clip in there. But while it's fresh on my mind, I want to go ahead and ask for suggestions for the intro. I've been trying to do something where I show the run of the land, and then the run that comes up to the cabin itself. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Throw it down in the comments or message me. I don't care how you do it. I don't want to waste too much time, so let's hop right into it. Today, I'm gonna try to clean up some of this stuff just up around the tractor. It's something from the first video that I've been trying to, get done. But two, want to get down there and check out the dam, make sure the beavers, haven't been destroying the work that we did in the last video. And then once we get into the heat of the day, it's still about 9 o'clock right now. So once we get into that heat, it's supposed to be about 100 degrees. So I'm gonna run up into the apple orchard and try to get some of that brush knocked down, get some of those trees pulled out of there, all that stuff. So come along with me and we'll go get some work done. All right, so I wanted to bring the camera over here and get a better shot of everything that we're gonna be working on. Originally, there were about 8 or 9 trees that were actually down up here in this location, but we got those cleared out of here in early videos. If you haven't seen those, go check them out. But again, we just got a couple more trees to get out of here. I'm gonna try to make it quick through editing if I can figure that out. I'm getting better, I am. But get this stuff cleaned up, get out of here. Again, I think that you should be able to see the Widowmaker that's over there, but if not, it's fine. And then once we get that done, try to clean up around the tractor, clean up around that cedar tree that's sitting there, and then we'll get moving. So let's go ahead and get to work. All right, so we're back. I got the Stihl MS170 here again. Like every single time, I forget to check the gas and the chain oil before I start getting into stuff. And when I did, again, it needs more. So thought this would be a good time to pull it out, throw it in the bed of the truck, go ahead and fill her back up. I think it's kind of good every couple of videos. Give a little update on my opinions on this chainsaw. It's actually kind of blowing my mind, the crap that I put it through in the last video, working over there on the pond dam. I was doing stuff with it you really shouldn't use a chainsaw for, but it just kept chugging along, kept working for me. So I'm really impressed by this thing. Again, I'm pretty biased. I'm from Virginia Beach, and that's where these things are made. And so I love it. I've always loved it. I've always wanted one. And so I have one. So, all right. We should be good now, hopefully. But let's get this thing cranked up, get it up to operational temperature, and then we'll start knocking these trees out of here, throw them in the back of the truck, haul them back out there into the field, and we'll deal with them some other time. Oh, good Lord. So, it's probably a couple hours later. I don't actually know what time we started at, and don't know what time it is now. But we finally got this done, got these trees cut out of here, got all the brush picked up, thrown up in the back of the truck, and then put out in the field. We probably ended up taking 4 or 5 different truckloads out there and dumping them. As I said before, I'm very impressed with that Stihl MS170. It runs really well. I ended up getting it stuck a couple, 2, 3 times in the tree, which we don't really need to talk about because I'm not the best at running chainsaws. But as I said, yeah, we're done here. Basically, what we got next is I'm going to be cleaning up around the tractor and the cedar tree up here in front of the cabin. And then I'm going to run up to the apple orchard, have lunch, and then try to get some work done underneath that canopy that it provides up there. It is probably about 95 degrees right now, so it's not the best conditions to be working in right now, but you got to run what you got. So come with me, stick around, and we'll get to working on that. All right, so we finally got all this brush cut down up here. That was around Henry the tractor and the cedar tree up here in front of the cabin. I'll get you guys some good shots of that. This FS56 RSV runs really well, and so does the brush cutter head that I have on it, but it doesn't do too well with just just regular grass. Which is, it's not something that I really thought about, which I should have. But so until I actually get the regular weed or head back from my home, it's just going to have to be good enough with what it is right now, especially since I can't really be bumping steel up against the tractor, gashing holes in the tires and just knocking knocking chunks out of the plow. Doesn't sound like the best idea with this, so I kind of left a little buffer around it. That being said, as I'm sitting down here, I figured it'd be a good time to go ahead and do the daily verse. So it comes to us from Psalms 67, 1 and 2. God be gracious to us and bless us and make his face shine upon us, that your way may be known on earth, your salvation among all nations. Which is basically the gist of why I'm doing the daily verse. So now that we've got that done, I'm going to go ahead and move on up to the apple orchard, or the apple orchard, and press on and keep on working after I have a little bit of lunch. So come with me and we'll start heading up that way. All right, so I just got finished up with lunch. You know, shout out to my fiance, made me a turkey sandwich. It was amazing. But finally just got up here to the apple orchard. As you can see, or you might be able to see back behind me, there's trees laying, there's trees down, and it runs the entire length, just like that. I'll try to get you some shots of it. But but I think that my plan of action here is just going to be try to clean up the front end of the apple orchard itself, just because I think that it might be a little bit too much to try to tackle the whole thing at one time, and then come back and get the rest of it. So come with me, and we'll get you some shots of the actual apple orchard itself, and then we'll get to work. All right, so we finally got some of the work done up here in the orchard. Got some of the brush pushed back, and then around this tree over here, we got all of the brush knocked down. I believe, don't hold me to it, that this is the last apple tree that's in the apple orchard. And if you don't know why I call it the apple orchard, go check out video number 2. I believe that it's in there. It's a little bit funny, a little bit morbid. Take it how you want it, I guess. That being said, got the suckers knocked off the bottom of the tree as well, but in the process, I think that I praised the MS170 a little bit too much, and I knocked the chain off of the chainsaw. And when I looked into the saw box that I have, I don't have the tool with me, so I can't put the chain back on. Thankfully, though, there is a Stihl dealer, I guess, probably 10 minutes up the road. So I'm going to bring it over there and get the tool from them, and or just have them put the chain back on, because quite frankly, it's not something I want to deal with. That being said, the plan of action from here is that I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this, get it done. I'm not going to video of it just because of time constraints, and then I'm going to run down to the pond itself, check out the work that we did in the last video. If you haven't seen the last video, please go check it out. Worked on the pond dam, got all the crap out of the culverts that the beavers had been jamming in there. Beyond that, I kind of want to get on the dam, try to get you guys some shots of the pond itself. It's a pretty good sized pond. But when I was on the dam looking back towards the stream that's at the back end of the pond, I realized that there were a couple trees that were knocked down, and I want to see if the beavers have built another dam on the other side of the pond, blocking off the stream from flowing into the pond, which would be a pretty significant issue, and it would also explain why the water was so low. So stick around with me, you guys. We'll go ahead and knock this out, and then we'll move on over to the pond dam. All right, guys, so we're finally done with the work that we did up on the apple orchard. Nothing too strenuous, just push some of that brush back just a little bit more. Again, I didn't put that on the video just because of time constraints, but we are finally down here on the pond dam. I came over here past the work that we got done in the last video. Checked out the actual area that we were working. Thankfully, nothing has been undone over there. There are trails and tracks from beavers actually coming back to come check out what it was that we did, but they did nothing. Unfortunately, though, I think that the only reason that they didn't do anything was because the water is about 4 or 5 feet low right now. It's actually kind of crazy. It's down probably about 2 feet from what it was when I did that video. And that was just about 7 days ago. So that being said, you know, all the work's still here, but this is the pond. I'd say it's probably about 4 acres around about, but as you can see, there's at least 2 pretty significant sized trees that are down in the pond. I'm not sure if there's anything that I can do about that, even in the future. As you can see, there's good coverage for bass, and there's different structures and whatnot. It's a good fishing pond. It's not accessible just because of the fact that it's overgrown. So hopefully at some point in time, I can actually get in here and knock some of this back, freeing up the banks so that we can actually throw lines into this pond and catch some fish out of it, you know, and be able to enjoy it for what it is. That being said, I do think that there is another dam on the far side of the pond, just because, you know, this pond should be getting fed, and I think that I can see it around the left side of that tree over there. So I'm going to try to get some more shots of the pond for you guys, because I know that it hasn't been shown on here yet, at least. I'll show you the water levels and the different structures and foliage and coverage that's along the banks itself. But for this video, I think this is just about going to do it. I'm going to try to get home in time to prepare dinner for Kellyanne. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up. I'm happy about the work that we got done in the orchard, the work that we got done out there in front of the cabin. We actually got the cabin completely finished. We don't have to deal with that anymore, thank God, because I knocked the chain off the chainsaw. Oh, all right. That's it for me. Again, my name is Jack. Thank you for visiting me here at the Appalachian Farmhand channel. Please come back again sometime. Oh, and if you haven't, like this video, man. Go ahead and like the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, please, all that good stuff. It really helps me out. I guess it will. I don't know. Everybody else says it. Shit, so why shouldn't I? All right, that's it. I'll see y'all.